Okay, so our today's topic is logic, mathematical logic. So we start with the basics of logic. Logic, as we all know, it was developed in Greece in the Middle Ages. Okay, so it was first proposed by George Boole, and that's why it is also called as Boolean logic. So logic sometimes can called as Boolean logic. Okay, so it is also called mathematical logic, Boolean logic, or symbolic logic. All are the words for logic. The next we can read the dictionary, meaning the logic is the science of reasoning. Whenever there comes reasoning, reasoning जेव्हा येतं तेव्हा logic येतं. ठीक आहे. So it is a study and analysis of the nature of valid arguments. तुम्हाला जेव्हा काही आर्ग्युमेंट्स करायचे असतात, काही सेंटेन्सेस असतात तुमच्याकडे, तुम्ही आर्ग्युमेंट करता आणि तेव्हा तुम्हाला काय लागतं तर लॉजिक लागतं. ठीक आहे. So in the process of reasoning, we communicate our ideas or thoughts with the help of sentences. We have some sentences. Sentences असणार आहेत आपल्याकडे आणि आपण आपली आयडिया प्रेझेंट करणार आहे आपल्या लँग्वेज मध्ये. So it is also called to present our logic or our ideas or our sentences is called logic. Okay. So following types of sentences are we used in our daily life, like assertive sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences, interrogative. Like there are some sentences which called oh, alas. There is some sign like this. So whenever there is some sign, exclamatory like this, then it is called exclamatory sentences. So interrogative are what? So when there is some question is asked, is this something? Is it? So if the question mark is given, such sentences are called interrogative sentences. Okay. So all these are types of sentences. Okay, so we go to the next statement or proposition. What are propositions? A statement or a proposition, assertive, we call it assertive or declarative, which is either true or false. Now, what is declarative sentence? Which is either true or false, but it cannot be both simultaneously true or false. Like एखादं स्टेटमेंट असेल ते ट्रू असेल किंवा फॉल्स असेल, पण ऍट अ टाइम ते ट्रू किंवा फॉल्स दोन्हीही नसेल. अशा स्टेटमेंटला म्हणायचे प्रोपोजिशन किंवा असर्टिव्ह स्टेटमेंट किंवा डिक्लेरेटिव्ह स्टेटमेंट. ठीक आहे. जर ते स्टेटमेंट फॉल्स असेल तर इट इज कॉल्ड इनव्हॅलिड स्टेटमेंट, अँड जर ट्रू असेल तर दॅट इज कॉल्ड व्हॅलिड स्टेटमेंट. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, एखादं व्हॅलिड स्टेटमेंट मला सांगा. इट शुड बी अ स्टेटमेंट दॅट शुड बी ट्रू. लाईक मी जर म्हटलं की मुंबई इज इन महाराष्ट्र, इज इट व्हॅलिड स्टेटमेंट? इज इट ट्रू स्टेटमेंट? Mumbai is in Maharashtra. Yes, it is a statement, right? Is it true statement? Yes, it is true. True. Like Mumbai is in Maharashtra only. Correct. So it is called valid statement. But if I'll say Mumbai is in Rajasthan, so is it this true statement? Is it valid? No. So such statements are called invalid statement, which are false statement. False statements are generally called invalid, and true statements are called valid statement. And the statements which are either true or false are called proposition, is called assertive or declarative. Okay. And they are दोन्ही true and false together असतील तर we cannot call it as assertive sentence. नेक्स्ट, ओपन स्टेटमेंट. एखादं स्टेटमेंट ओपन कधी म्हणायचे? ते डिक्लेरेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स असेल जेव्हा त्यामध्ये तुमचे जे काही व्हेरिएबल असतील त्या व्हेरिएबलला आपण काही फायनाईट व्हॅल्यू देऊ शकलो, लाईक x is equal to 3. Right? This is open statement. We are providing some value. Such statements are called open statements. Clear? Next, truth table. Do you remember the truth table? Here, truth table is very important. So we have, it will come next. We have and, or, implication, and double implication, right? So truth set is what? Right. The true set is what? The set of all those values of the variable in an open statement for which it becomes a true statement. If statement is becoming true for some value, it is called truth set. So what is truth value? Truth, the statement is either true or false, right? The truth or falsity of the statement is called truth value. Whether the statement is true, we call it truth value. If the statement is false, we call it false value. We denote T and F, right? So whether it is true, when it is true, we call it T, and when it is false, we'll write it F. Right. So when a logical variable, next definition comes is logical variable. So whenever the statements are given, we generally denote them at small letters P, Q, R, S, like that. So statements are generally denoted by small letters. And these are called logical variables. The statements, like if we say P is something, X is equal to 3. This is called the notation. How do we write this statement? And this is called logical variable. This P is called logical variable. Like it is given here. P is the statement, the sun is a star. Okay. So the sun is a star. How is this statement? Can you tell me how is the statement? Whether the statement is true or false?
True.
True. The sun is a star, right? That statement is true. Next. Similarly, we denote the statement. This is also a statement. We can write something. 14 minus 3 is 5 is minus 2. Whether it is true or false?
False.
False, right?
False.
Whenever some statements come, they can either be true or false, right?
Yes.
It
Yes,
cannot
ma'am.
be true or false. Next, quantifiers. What are the quantifiers? Some notations like for all. This is the notation for all. This is the notation there exist.
Yes.
Such phrases are called quantifiers. Whenever x is greater than 2 for all x, if this is used, then such notations are there exist. Such notations are called quantifiers. Remember. So some quantified statement. Next definition will come is quantified statements like this. X square is 0 for all x belongs to the real number set. Such statement where for all or there exist such notations, right? Such notations comes, we call such statements as quantified statements. Correct? So when we call quantified, we'll search for this notations for all there exist. And if there are the notations, we call them quantified statements. Correct? And what is the truth set of this value, true or false? Whether this is true or false? True.
True.
True, madam.
Right.
True.
X square is always positive. We square some number, though it is negative number, we square it, it becomes positive and it is always greater than 0 as positive, right? So this is the true statement. Right. Okay, type of statements then. Types. The first type is simple statement, then compound statement. What is simple statement? If
Any statement.
right. If any statement whose truth value does not depend on another statement,
Another.
it is called simple statement. In other words, what we can say, simple statement is not composed of two or more statements. It is just a single statement. It is not a combination of two or more statements. So, statements are called simple statements. The next type comes is compound. What is compound? Then it is so obvious. What is compound statement?
The truth value depend upon other sentence.
Right.
Statement is combination of two or more simple
Right.
substances.
Right. If the statement is a combination of two or more simple statements, not a single statement, but simple statements किती किती असतील, दोन किंवा त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त simple statement जर combine झाले, त्याला म्हणायचंय compound statement. मग combine करताना आपल्याला काही मधले words लागतील, like and, or,
And
right, and,
or negation.
then, right, not. Such words comes, then we can form compound statements. Very good, very good, very good. Sure, we'll go next. So definition. Which definition? we need some connectives. Connectives are what then? The phrases of right which connect the simple statements.
According logic, connectives.
Which connect the two statements, like what I said now, and, or, if, then, if and only if, not. These all are connectives. Next, the notation we'll remember. And is always denoted by
Conjunction.
Conjunction.
right, ulta. Or is always denoted by
Disjunction.
Disjunction.
If then is denoted by single arrow, or we can write double arrow also. Both the notations are okay. If and only if,
Implication.
yeah,
Double
right, on both sides there are arrows. If and only if. Okay, negation. Generally we denote by this, or this is also okay. Both are the notations. And is conjunction or is disjunction. The straight arrow is implication or conditional statement, we can say. If then is used there.
By
Equivalence, right? Equivalence. Both the statements are depends on each other. So statements are called equivalence, if and only if. And negation is what?
Negation.
The statement. Yes, what is negation? If P is the statement, then we can say negation of P is
Their negation.
where we use not word.
Not word.
Not right. Chalo. So we start with the first and symbol, which is called conjunction. This is how we denote if there are two statements P and Q. So this is called P and Q. We write it like this. When there is and word, write like this, P and Q. Then disjunction. Disjunction is or. The two simple statements where there is or is written in between, then it is P or Q and it is written as P. Negation. Negation is we are denying the statement. We are saying the statement is not what it should be, right? It is negation. There we write, if P is the statement, the denial of the statement is negation of P. Where we can generally write, it is not the case. It is false. Generally, we use the negative words for that. Correct? And negation is also called a connective. Though there is not two sentences are connected, there is a single statement like, but there we not, and that not is also called connective, which is called modify. It just modify your statement and there is also a connective. Okay, chalo, truth tables. So this is implication table. Single arrow to this side. That is if then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So truth table, we'll go ahead. I'll show you the tables, all the tables. So first table comes is negation. If P is this, if P is true, negation of P must be
F
false.
false.
P is false, negation must be
True.
okay. Chalo, we take a table here. If we just start with first two values TT, FF.
F.
Right. Then TF and TF.
TF.
असं का करतोय आपण? कारण आपल्याला टेबल बनवायचा आहे की ज्याच्यामध्ये असेल दोन ट्रू स्टेटमेंट, एक ट्रू एक फॉल्स, एक फॉल्स एक ट्रू and both are false. एवढ्याच त्याला पॉसिबिलिटीज असणार. Right. So this is what all the possibilities. Right. Then P and Q. And how do we do it? P and Q.
Thank you.
So P and Q table becomes true, true is true.
True.
And is true. And all other are false.
False.
Right. Remember, whenever there is and table, the first one is true, all other are false.
Yes.
False. Yeah.
Next, P or Q. P or Q, we denote P.
Is false. Otherwise,
Very good. All the first three are
True.
True.
right.
And
Both
the
the false
first is
and then it becomes false. Very good.
False.
But this is in case of inclusive, and we have only inclusive for our study, so you can ignore this for exclusive. Next comes is implication. If P implies Q, then true is
TF. Otherwise. TF.
Right. True, true is true. True,
Otherwise false.
right. If true, then false is only false.
Yes.
Right? And all other are
True. True.
remember, you have to remember this. This is very important table. You can write it fast. Till I explain, you just write it because the next questions are depend on this table itself. Next is if false, then just you remember only the second is false.
Otherwise true.
Good.
Otherwise all are
It's
true.
biconditional if and only
TF is F, otherwise true.
Same.
what is
F, F, T,
biconditional?
T, T, T.
Both same
Values
true.
are
Both same true
True.
and
True.
different are false.
False.
Correct? So this is
False.
very important table. You should remember this.
Yes.
Can I go next?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here it is given biconditional statement. So if P and Q two statements, these are compounded statements, obviously. So P double implication Q means what? If and only if will be correct. So if this, it means this statement is P implies Q and Q implies P. Double implication means if P then Q and if Q then P. Correct? You have to remember double implication is P implies Q and Q implies P. Write this also firstly. This is the meaning of double implication. Okay. Truth table. For whatever I have said now, the truth table of that is generally we write PQ first, TTFF, TF, TF. Then P implies Q. So we know the table. What is the implication?
only
Only second
T,
false
otherwise
are true. Correct. I have written that table here. इथं तो table आपण घेतलाय. Q implies when Q implies P, TF, FT, जिथं last ला TF असणार आहे तो फक्त false असणार आहे. All other are true.
true.
जसं इथे TF आहे तिथे फक्त F आहे. बाकी सगळीकडे true आहे. तसंच इथे TF असणार आहे तो F असणार आहे. बाकी सगळे T असणार आहे. So P double implication is what? P implies Q and Q implies P. To these two tables, we have to apply and.
Conjunction.
And is what? Where is it? Is
Conjunction.
right? True, true is true. FT, TF, both are false.
False.
And here it is again TT. TT is. So is it the implication table? Can you check the implication table? Have seen? Is it the implication table we have seen? Yes. TFFT.
Yes.
Yes. Right. So this is how we can obtain implication table. No need, just remember this is an implication table. So, some rules now. If P and Q are two statements, then negation of P and Q. How do you write negation of? Negation is outside P and Q. Negation of the statement P and Q is this negation goes to first, the negation goes to second, and becomes or. Remember, negation of P and Q, if you are writing, the negation goes to first, the negation goes to second, but the middle, the conjunction becomes disjunction. Okay, this is how is the statement.
Yes,
Conjunction.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Similarly, negation of disjunction, how it will be then? Similar one. Negation goes to this, negation goes to second, and or becomes and. Correct. Next, negation of implication. P implies Q. If you write negation of P implies Q, you have to remember this is very important. Negation of P implies Q is first and negation second. P and negation of this. Please note P and negation Q is negation of implication. Okay. Negation of biconditional statement, if and only if P If and only if Q, the negation of that is like what we have written here. For implication, we'll write it for double implication. First, we write for P implies Q. Negation of P implies Q is P and negation Q, like this. And
Then disjunction.
right, P and negation Q, we write this. Then Q and negation P, we write the second. And there is R in between.
Conjunction change in the disjunction.
Right, conjunction changes.
Introduction.
Chalo, we'll go ahead. Is it clear? Bacho?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
These are very important rules. You should note them. We'll use in solving the questions.
Okay,
Yes.
Chalo. So tautologies and contradiction. What is tautology then? What do you understand by tautology?
TT.
If your all values in the
All
last
values are
tree
true in the
then
truth table.
and if all the values are false,
False.
Are called
contradiction.
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 The combination of true false, what do we call? It is neither
Contingency.
Contingency.
right contingency. It is neither tautology nor contradiction.
Contradiction.
So if PQR be the statement, then any statement involving the logical connectives, these are called logical connectives. Then called statement pattern or a well-formed formula WFF. For example, P or Q implies Q. These all where all these notations are comes, it is called statement pattern or just statements or well-formed formula. Okay, sure. Next, algebra of statements. So first rule we can say is idempotent law. What is idempotent law? P or P is
Equivalence to P.
and P is always P.
P.
Commutative P or Q, Q or P,
Q or P.
P and
Equivalence to Q and P.
right, Q and P and Q, whatever we can write, we can either write P first, Q second, or Q first, P second. There is no difference. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You can change the two statements accordingly. Associative law also holds here.
P or Q.
Q are equivalence to P of
Right. In associative law, right, correct. This bracket can shift to Q and R, right?
yes, ma'am.
Q
Yes,
bracket
ma'am.
can be shifted. Very good, Bacha. Next, distributive law. Distributive law also hold. What is distributive? But what is associative? Have you noticed? Associative is everywhere is the same notation. And, or, right? And what is distributive? It is combination of and, or. Right? So I guess it is not correct here. P and Q or R. What it should be? P and
Q.
right?
Or Q and R.
Or
R.
right? Very good. And just P
Q and R.
right. Similar can be used in this statement also. Next important is De Morgan. De Morgan's law. These are very important laws. So negation of P and Q give negation to both the statements and becomes R. Just what we have seen right now. Same for orals. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Sure. These are all the laws. You know them, I guess. Complement laws, identity laws, and laws of contrapositive, involution laws. Like if P implies Q, then do we know this?
No.
Okay, chalo. I'll explain. If T is the tautology means the table is always true. And contradiction, the statement, the pattern is always false. If any statement and a tautology if there, then it is always the statement P.
Because depend upon P value.
Right. As it is, and with tautology, as it is always true, the statement retains as it is. Okay. And Okay, if it is a statement and or contradiction word is used, or is word used, then it also retains. P or contradiction is always P. And P or tautology. If it is P and tautology, the statement retains. If it is P or tautology, it becomes tautology. It's always tautology. It will give you a true set. Remember, if a statement and a contradiction is there, it is always gives you contradiction. Good. Note that. That is also important. Next now comes a complement clause. Okay, so for any statement P, we can write P or negation P. Statement and statement or negation of that statement. If it is like that, it is always a tautology. If a statement and negation of a statement and is used in between, then it is contradiction. Negation of tautology.
Is always.
Is it obvious? Negation of all true or false, it is contradiction. And negation of contradiction should be tautology.
Tautology.
Right. Law of contrapositive. If P implies Q, then negation of Q implies negation of P. We have to change the signs, and when means negation of the statement, if you are using, the role of P and Q shifts. Negation Q implies negation P. This is called contrapositive statement. And what is involution law? If we take the negation of negation, it becomes the P again. Right. Negation of negation is the original statement. Dual statements. So I guess we'll see some question and we'll come back. Okay. Sure. Which of the following is a statement? Just answers are there, but don't go for the answer directly. Read the statement. Open the door. Is it the order? Open the door.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Open the door. Do your homework is also a order given. Right? Switch on the fan. Switch on the fan is also, we have asked, right, to switch on it. It is also order. But 2 plus 2 is 4.
It is a statement.
Right?
It is a statement.
2 plus 2 is 4. It is a statement, isn't it?
Statement.
Right. So all other are not statement, but this is a statement. Very good. Do you understand this?
Yes, madam. Yes, ma'am.
Order, there should not be
Yes,
any
ma'am.
exclamatory sentences or simple statement which are either true or false. Okay? It is called statement. Next, which of the following is a statement? Can this be statement? May you live long. As there is, right, as there is this formation, it becomes exclamatory. It is not a statement. What about this? May
This
God,
not a statement.
Not a statement.
right, right. This is also not a statement. The sun is a star. We'll come back. Whether this
Statement.
is statement,
No.
because there is a sign exclamatory. It is not.
Yes.
The sun is a star. Yes, it is a statement. Whether true, false, we don't know true, false, but the statement is there. The sun is a star. Yes, this is a statement. Okay. Which of the following is not a statement? Roses are red. Is it statement?
No. Yes.
The not
Yes or no?
statement because
Yes or no? Roses are red is a statement or not?
Yes. Statement. Yes.
Statement. Very good. New Delhi is in India. Is statement or not?
Statement.
Is a statement.
Yes.
Every square is a rectangle. Is a statement or not?
statement.
Statement.
Yes, a statement. Whether true, false, we don't know, right? But yes, this is a statement. And alas, I have failed. As
It is not statement.
becomes exclamatory,
It is a sentence.
and this is not a statement. So which is not a statement is asked. So this is not a statement.
Statement.
Correct?
Yes.
Any doubt? You can ask. Okay, next question. Which of the following is not a statement? Question become
Is the not statement because question mark is given, ma'am.
right. Every set is a finite set. Statement. 8 is less than 6. We don't know.
Statement.
Don't know true or false.
Statement.
Yes, statement.
Statement.
Sum of interior angle of triangle is 180.
It is a statement. Statement.
Where are you going? Is what? Where are you going? It is a question, interrogative sentence. As it is interrogative, we cannot say it is a statement.
Statement.
It is
Not
not.
statement.
So your correct
Statement.
answer should be C. Next. Which of the following is not a statement? Again, the same question. Read the question carefully. Not is not. Okay. Give whether it is a statement.
Ma'am, first is the not
Not
statement
statement.
because order is given in this statement.
Right. Order is given. Bring me some water. Give me some water is the order. So it is not a statement. Asia is a continent. Is it correct? Is it a statement?
Yes, madam.
Right.
Yes.
The earth revolves around the sun. Yes.
Statement.
The number 6 has 2 prime factors. We don't know. I told you every time that it should be true, it should be false, it should be anything but a statement. Right? So this is a statement.
Statement.
Which is not a statement then is option
A.
A. Very good. Next, which of the following is an open statement now?
X is a natural number.
Open statement is what? What is an
Yes.
open statement?
Option A.
But what is
Because
an open statement?
Option A.
Statement which is either true or false but not both simultaneously is called as open statement.
And right, and we can assign any value to the statement, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We can assign a value to the statement. It is called an open statement. So X is a natural number. So there are so many natural numbers. So we can assign some values to this, right? If we can do so, it is called an open statement. X is natural number. Yes, it is open. Give me a glass of water. Can we assign the value to this?
No.
Because
No,
I
ma'am.
want only a glass.
No.
We can, no. First, second, correct? Not a statement. Wish you best of luck. Can you major? Please mute yourself. Okay. Wish you best of luck. Is it open statement? Can
No,
you
ma'am.
make luck?
No.
Like 2, 3, 4? No. Good morning to all. Can you measure your good morning? 1, 2, 3, 4? No.
No.
So this is an open statement. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Don't go to the answers. The answers are there. You think first, read the question and wait. Okay? Negation. Negation of the statement is asked. If it rains, I shall go to school. Negation. And what is the statement pattern here? Whether it is and or implication or double implication.
Implication.
Implication. Implication.
Then I will go to school. If then, this is the pattern. Okay, this is the pattern if then. So negation,
Ma'am, B option is correct.
yes,
B
correct.
option.
Wait, I'll explain. If P is the statement, it rains. So if I write if to that, so if then is the statement, that is P implies Q is the statement. So do you know what is negation of P in the statement? We have seen a formula. What is it?
P negation. P
P
conjunction
and
negation.
And
negation.
negation of Q. These two statements are same. Right? So first statement is it rains. Second statement is I shall go to school. Right? And the statement is given if then, means there is implication. And negation of implication is this, as I have told you. That is, we'll write the P statement as it is. What is the P statement? It rains. So I have written it rains. There is then the notation and. So I'll write and. And then I'll write negation of Q. Negation of this statement. Negation means just add not there. So I shall go to school. Negation of this is I shall not go to school. It rains and I shall not go to school.
School.
So read it properly. Where it is? It rains and I shall not go to school.
Option number B.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Sure. Next question. Negation of Paris in France and London is in England. There are two statements, two different statements which are joined by and.
The option is correct.
Right. Two statements. First statement is Paris in France. Call it P. Second is London is in England. Call it Q. And given is P and Q. And negation of P and Q, we know De Morgan's laws. What are that? Negation of
Negation of P or negation of
and becomes R and negation of Q.
Q.
Right. So you have to write first negation is not in France. Is the negation?
Paris is not in France.
Paris is not in France or London is not in England.
Right. Very good. There we write or. And again, negation of the second statement. London is in England. What is the negation? London is not.
London is not in England.
So this is your correct option. Option number
B.
B. Paris is not or London is not.
Not.
Correct. Sure. Next is negation again. This is the statement. Two statements are there. First, second, there is or and in between. So this is P and Q. And it is asked negation of this. So what is negation? Negation P.
C. Option number
C.
Option C, ma'am.
Very good, Bachu.
Option C.
Very good.
C.
2 plus 3 equal. Negation of equal is not equal.
No.
Right? So yes, first is
And is
and is or. You should write or. Read or. Where is or? Or is here. Both the
Hi.
statements negation not equal, not equal. So is the C option correct?
Yes.
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 Very,
Yes, ma'am.
very good. Chalo aage. Negation of. Read this sentence. Just a minute. Do you understand this? Just read it. Okay, chalo.
Ma'am, B is correct.
Correct? Do you understand? Negation of?
Yes.
Everybody, this is your question.
Ma'am, option D.
Option number D.
You understand now?
D is correct.
You understand,
D.
everybody?
D.
Very
Ma'am.
good. D or D? Your option, correct option.
ऑरच्या जागी and नाही बट आहे मॅम.
पर अँडच्या जागी काय पाहिजे?
ऑरच्या जागी अँड पाहिजे.
First statement is Ram is in class 8.
हा.
Second is Rashmi is in class 12.
हा.
And what is given? Or is given in between.
And their negation is and. Because and
Right? There should be and. Do you have and in between?
no.
It is but.
No.
It is but. And it is or. And is not given. As and is not given in the statement, your correct option should be none of
D.
No.
Very good. Chalo. The conditional is now we'll read the option first. Tautology, contradiction, neither tautology nor fallacy.
Option number A. Tautology.
Very
Tautology.
good. Very good. For such questions, what do you have to do is a table. Table is must. Then we can say it is a tautology. Yes, right. Right? True, false, false, true, false, true, false. Right? P and as we know, true, true is true. Other false. Right? And then go to implication. P and Q implies P. And implication table in implication, true, true is false, true, false, 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 and false, false. All are true. So whatever we require, it is all true. And all true is what?
Tautology.
Tautology.
Tautology. Correct? Eh?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is all false, then it becomes
And all.
no. If they have teachers जागी जर सगळे false असले असते
Contradiction.
किंवा मग इथे ट्रूच असता आणि असं false बाकीचे असते तर
Contingency.
Contingency.
तर तुम्ही काय म्हणता neither tautology nor policy. बरोबर right. Same question. Which of the following is a contradiction? What is a contradiction then? The final table, final column. हा कसा पाहिजे सगळे F पाहिजे त्याच्यामध्ये सगळे false पाहिजे.
Option A.
Right.
Option A.
Have to check, right? So we write PQ first, then P and Q. P and Q table, all are the false. We write P or Q, all true, then last false. And then negation, we can see here negation of this. So true become false, true, false, true, false, false is true. And then there is OR of P and Q and negation P or Q. So true, we'll write and in between. And table, true, false is false. And false, 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 and false true. All these are false. We are writing and table. Those tables हे ते टेबल आहेत जे आपण सुरुवातीला पाहिलेत तुम्हाला माहिती आहेत. Can I consider this की तुम्हाला हे माहिती आहे आता? Right. After solving, we get all false, and all false is nothing but a contradiction.
Contradiction.
This statement is a contradiction. You can check the other statements also. I guess there will not be contradiction. So first statement is a contradiction. Next question, read it. Which of the following is logically equivalent to? Negation of negation P implies Q. Okay, if P implies Q is there, if we take the negation, what is that? It is same as P implies Q.
P and negation Q.
Right, P and negation Q is very good. So now what we are doing is we are replacing our P by negation P. Okay, so how it will be?
Negation of negation P.
First statement as it is, like here, first P as it is, so negation
P and negation Q.
and second statement we are
Negation Q.
negation, right?
Negation Q.
Second statement we are
Number D.
so negation P and negation Q. Is the correct answer?
D.
Do you
D.
understand?
Number D.
Do you
Option D.
understand?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
This statement, you are rating first as it is and negation of second. So here first as it is and negation of second. So this is your answer. Okay, this is De Morgan's law, standard one. What is the answer?
B.
Ma'am, B is the answer.
Or becomes and negation goes
Negation
to,
P and negation Q.
right? Negation goes to both and becomes or becomes and.
And
Option B.
Correct. Next. Okay, so here it is negation P and its negation. Negation is only for this.
option number B.
Very good. Because we know negation of negation is
B.
negation
Negation
is a statement again. Negation of negation P is P
and Q.
And
Q.
right? So your correct answer is
B.
very good. Everybody understands?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, negation is given. There is bracket ends. So negation is for bracket. First it is given,
Option B.
C is correct.
right? So what rule we can use here? What is that rule? Negation of,
Negation P and Q.
no, which rule? By which rule you are saying that? De Morgan's
De Morgan's law.
negation of P or Q. How is it?
Option number B.
Negation P and negation
Q.
But if I replace Q by negation Q,
Yes. Negation Q.
negation Q,
Negation Q are Q.
negation of negation becomes
Q.
negation
Q.
and Q. Is it your answer?
P and in Q. B.
Negation.
Option B, ma'am.
Right.
Option B.
Very good. By De Morgan's law, as the second term get two negations and negation of negation is the statement again. So it is negation P and Q. Chalo, next. Similar one. Negation of negation P and Q. By De Morgan's again. Negation of negation P is P
Option
or
A
and becomes or negation Q.
Q.
Option number A.
Negation Q.
Option number A.
A. Very good. Chalo, do this. Negation of P, double implication.
Ma'am, C is correct.
This is standard
C is
statement.
correct.
Yes, standard statement. We have C. P and negation Q or negation P and Q.
Q.
Right. Okay. P implies Q can also be written as
B.
Negation P or Q.
Ma'am, B is correct.
B. Correct.
Option P or Q.
implies Q. Think. Answer can be wrong. Think first. Why you are saying a negation P or Q? Is it standard? Bolo.
Conditional law, ma'am. Conditional, ma'am.
Conditional law.
Conditional.
Law.
P implies Q. What the conditional law says?
Negation P
Or Q.
or Q.
So do you consider it as standard statement? Yes, it is also standard. You can remember P implies Q is same as negation P or Q.
Q.
Because when we take the negation of this, negation of P implies Q is P and negation Q.
Q.
Right? So it should be the negation. Yes, it is correct. Remember, implies Q is negation P or Q. Chalo. PQR are simple propositions with truth values. Okay, truth values are given now. P is true, Q is false, R is true. This is then the truth value of negation P or Q and negation R implies is true or false.
Ma'am, false.
Why?
Option A, ma'am.
Why it is false?
Answer is true, ma'am.
Why it is true, why it is false? I want your answer. Come on.
Negation P or Q. F or F is equal to F. Negation R. Negation P or Q and negation R means F. Negation P or Q and negation R, then P means true.
Okay, listen. P is true. So what is negation P? Or
False.
Q is false.
Yes.
False or false?
F.
Yes.
False. And negation R is
F.
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 F and F is
F.
F,
False.
right? F implies P. P is what?
True.
F implies true.
Is F.
You need an
True.
implication
F,
table.
F,
True.
What
True.
should be here so that it will be true?
T, ma'am. T.
Can you explain, please, why it is T? Here it is F implies T. Why it is T? Why your answer is T? Final answer. Why it is true?
T.
But why?
Ma'am, because T implies F is false, otherwise true.
Very good, bacho. T implication table. Do you remember? Implication table मध्ये true implies false is only false आणि बाकी सगळे true असतात. False implies true काय असणार आहे? True असणार आहे. Table you should remember for that. Very good, beta. Very good answer. सगळ्यांना समजलंय?
Oh, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
True implies false is only false. We get false implies true, which is true. So your statement is true.
True.
Nice. Everybody understands?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Next, similar statement, P and negation R is false. A whole statement is given is false. And Q and R are both false. Then P is. Whether P true or false, you have to find. Okay?
Option A.
Q
True.
Q and R are both false. False or false. What is false or false?
Yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right. Negation R is false. Negation R is true. Okay. So what should be? So that it implies F.
मॅम फॉल्स यायला पाहिजे ट्रू येते.
कुठलं? ओके. आपल्याला इथे फॉल्स कधी मिळेल? इथे ट्रू झाला तर
FF असताना.
इथे ट्रू झाला तर फॉल्स मिळेल का?
नाही.
नाही. फॉल्स झाला तर हा फॉल्स मिळेल का?
हो. नाही.
मग इथे काय व्हायला पाहिजे?
F. False.
फॉल्स अँड ट्रू. काय असतं बरं फॉल्स अँड ट्रू?
False.
अँड बोलतो
False.
आपण इथे आपल्याला
False.
फॉल्स होईल.
False, ma'am.
फॉल्स काय होईल?
False.
फॉल्स इम्प्लाइज फॉल्स इज फॉल्स होईल. म्हणजे इथे आपल्याला फॉल्स यायला हवंय. कारण इथे पूर्ण स्टेटमेंट हे फॉल्स आहे. म्हणजे इथे फॉल्स यायला हवाय. म्हणजे इथेही फॉल्स यायला हवाय. म्हणजे पी काय पाहिजे आपल्याला?
False.
फॉल्स पाहिजे. लिहिलं ना? हे ट्रू आहे की नाही?
Option
True आहे.
B
हे
is
and
correct.
असंच लिहिला. इथे जर फॉल्स आला तर फॉल्स इम्प्लाइज फॉल्स इज फॉल्स त्यांनी म्हटलंय. बरोबर का? म्हणजे इथे फॉल्स
Yes.
येण्यासाठी फॉल्स हवाय. म्हणजे तुमचा पी हा फॉल्स हवाय. करेक्ट है बच्चों?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
P should be
Yes, ma'am.
false.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. P, Q, R are simple propositions. Then P and Q and R is true. Then what can you say about the statements? P, Q, R. About P, Q, R. P and R.
All
True आहे, is true. So and मध्ये when it is true, true
Two statements are
and
All true.
two statements are
true and true is only true ना? तर false होईल. False true आलं तर false होईल. False पण false होईल. बरोबर का?
All values
हे
all
true पाहिजे. P and Q हे true पाहिजे. हे true कधी असेल? पुन्हा
true.
तर हा ट्रू होईल. म्हणजे P
different persons.
झाला. सिमिलर इथं Q आणि R हे पण आपल्याला ट्रू हवंय. हे ट्रू कधी असेल? जेव्हा हे ट्रू असेल आणि हे पण ट्रू असेल.
True असेल.
काय झालं? P ट्रू पाहिजे, Q पण ट्रू पाहिजे आणि R पण ट्रू पाहिजे. करेक्ट. सो सगळं कसं पाहिजे? ट्रू. So your correct option should be B.
B.
Good. Chalo, next. Read the question. Negation of P implies Q if and only if negation P or negation Q, whether it is tautology, contradiction, neither tautology, contradiction.
Number C. Tautology nor a contradiction.
Correct.
Tautology or not contradiction.
Neither tautology nor contradiction.
Very good. There should be a table like this. PQ. Then P implies Q. Negation of P implies Q. Change all the signs.
T
To-
on the
right. T to F, F to T. Negation P.
FT.
F, F, T.
T.
Q. Negation P or negation Q or table of this. Right here. The negation of this. Okay, this statement. Double implication of this statement. Use double implication to these two columns. Double implication. Only TF and FT are false and FF and TT are T. Same are true. Different. Please mute, please mute. Okay, so here it becomes true, true and two false. मग याला काय म्हणतात? हे पूर्ण टॉटॉलॉजी नाही झाली, पूर्ण कॉन्ट्रडिक्शनही नाही झालं, म्हणजे काय झालं नाही.
Neither a tautology
Neither tautology nor contradiction.
Correct. So you have to make a quick table like this, see what happens, and yes, this is the option. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
तुम्हाला हे टेबल माहिती असणार आहे तेव्हा तुम्ही फास्ट जाऊ शकताय. बरोबर आहे? म्हणजे पहिले 4 टेबल हे खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत. कुठले 4?
PQ.
PQ.
And or implication and
Negation.
double. Right. चला थोडं रिवाइज करा बरं. And टेबल मध्ये only true is true, all other are
True.
Yes.
Otherwise false.
right. In or table,
In our table, only
false,
FF is false.
Are false.
true.
T.
Right. In implication,
In implication, T
T
implication
of F.
F.
F is only F, all other are
T.
true. And in double implication,
only
Both statements are
only similar are true,
Otherwise
T
false.
and FF are true, all other are false.
Yep.
false.
Right? Remember this, and all the questions depends on them only. Next. P and negation Q and negation P or Q. It is
Contradiction.
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 Will make
Contradiction.
are false.
Contradiction.
Option A.
You're solving? Here it is solved. So just don't see and tell me the answers. Please solve on your own. Negation P, negation Q. We have written P and negation Q. P and table of these two. So only true is true, baki sab false. Negation of P or Q or table of this. In or only false is false, all others are true. And then we'll take these two into consideration with and. In and, only true is true. There is no true. So all are false. And as all are false, it is a
contradiction.
Contradiction.
Next question. Which of the following is not logically equivalent to the proposition? A real number is either rational or irrational. It should. The question कसा आहे की हा लॉजिकली इक्विव्हॅलंट स्टेटमेंट नाहीये. यामधलं कुठलं स्टेटमेंट आहे जे लॉजिकली इक्विव्हॅलंट टू ह्या स्टेटमेंटला नाहीये. A real number is either rational or irrational. बोला बरं. If a number is neither rational nor irrational, then it is not real. यांनी काय केलंय? पहिला आहे ते statement is a real number. P is a real number. And second statement is either rational or irrational.
And C.
Take negation of P. Statement is rational, either rational or irrational, right? मग हे neither rational nor irrational हे real असेल का? बरं याला थोडस आपण लॉजिक लावूया. काय करूया, रिअल नंबर हे रॅशनल असेल किंवा इरॅशनल असेल. मग इफ अ नंबर इज नॉट रॅशनल और नॉट इरॅशनल देन इट इज नॉट रिअल. याचं निगेशन घेऊया. राईट, उलट करूया स्टेटमेंटला. बाय डी मॉर्गन्स लॉ जेव्हा तुम्ही उलट करताय तेव्हा दोन्ही ना ह्याही स्टेटमेंटला नॉट जाईल, ह्याही स्टेटमेंटला नॉट जाईल. अँड इट बिकम्स इफ देन. इफ नंबर जर तो तुमचा रिअल नसेल तर इट इज रॅश. आता निगेशन याचं घेताना हे आधी लिहित नाही आपण. निगेशन घेताना इकडचं आधी लिहितो स्टेटमेंट आणि मग इकडचं लिहितो. बरोबर आहे का? म्हणजे नंबर याचं निगेशन आधी लिहा. इफ अ नंबर इज नॉट रॅशनल or not an irrational, then the number is not real. या स्टेटमेंटचं ऍक्च्युअल मिनिंग काय माहितीये? इफ अ नंबर इज रियल then it is rational or irrational. It is actually if then statement. Next. Think on this. It rains today. P is the statement, it rains today. Q is the statement, I go to school. R is the statement, I shall meet my friends. And S is the statement, I shall go for a movie. There are 4 different statements. Then which of the following is a proposition? आता तुम्हाला एक स्टेटमेंट दिलंय, त्याला तुम्हाला सिम्बॉलिक फॉर्म मध्ये टाकायचंय. ठीक आहे. इफ इट डज नॉट रेन. इफ इट डज नॉट रेन म्हणजे काय झालं?
Negation P.
और आला मध्ये. और म्हणजे और टाकूया. इफ और इफ आय डू नॉट गो टू स्कूल.
negation Q.
Negation Q. I go to school's negation.
Implication
Then implication. I shall meet.
R and yes.
I shall meet my friends as it is statement. So R.
R conjunction yes.
And go for a and go for a movie.
Yes.
Simple as it is. R and S. Right? So is this the option there? Option
A.
नाही. ठीक आहे. आता जे ऑप्शन दिसत नाहीये आपल्याला, पण आपल्याला ऑप्शन तर लिहायचंय, आन्सर तर लिहायचंय. मग काय करूया?
None of these.
डी मॉर्गन्स आहे हा. बघा मॉर्गन्स वापरता येईल का?
None of this येते.
None of these.
वेट, त्याला डी मॉर्गन्स वापरता येईल का सांगा मला? ऑफ and Q is negation or negation Q by D Morgans. बरोबर आहे का?
Yes.
म्हणजे मला हे येईल याच्यासाठी. मग मी आता चेक करते असा कुठला ऑप्शन आहे का? निगेशन
Option number A.
R and
Option A.
correct answer is A.
Option A.
Just think if we can use by some rules like De Morgans or something, so use it. समजलंय?
Oh ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Next, the negation of a compound proposition. Chalo, do this. Negation of this. या स्टेटमेंटचं निगेशन विचारलं. कुठला रूल? हे पुन्हा एक तिसरं स्टेटमेंट आहे. पूर्ण याला एक स्टेटमेंट म्हणूया आपण. ठीक आहे. निगेशन ऑफ पी और समथिंग.
Conjunction change in disjunction and
Right.
disjunction conjunction.
Negation by De Morgan or becomes and
Negation.
negation
Negation P or Q.
P or Q.
Negation P or Q.
Right. So आता याला आपण थोडंसं simplify करता आलं तर करा. First as it is negation P and
Negation P and bracket. Negation.
again a De Morgan negation of something. There is or becomes and in negation, right? So negation of first negation P is what? P. Or becomes and negation of second negation of Q. Correct? Both the times we are using Morgans. Negation. Everybody understands?
Yes.
By De Morgans negation of पहिलं negation of दुसरं आणि or becomes and. पहिलं निगेशन दुसरं and becomes सॉरी or becomes and हे झालं तुमचं पहिलं स्टेटमेंट. पुन्हा इथं डिमॉर्गन्स निगेशन ऑफ पहिलं निगेशन ऑफ निगेशन P is P or becomes and आणि निगेशन ऑफ सेकंड निगेशन ऑफ P.
Diary.
Which statement? Is it given?
No.
Negation P and so why it is saying first?
First.
P.
Why it is saying first if it is not given?
Distributive law.
No, commutative law.
Commutative law.
Commutative law काय म्हणतो? हे आणि हे इकडं आणि हे इकडे लिहू शकता. असं लिहिलंय का बघा मग. P and negation Q and negation P आहे ना? सो करेक्ट आन्सर काय असेल मग तुमचं? ए. जरी ऍज इट इज तिथे दिसत नसेल आणि हा पुढं आणि हा मागं दिसत असेल, ओके कम्युटेटिव्ह लॉ होल्ड्स. So your correct answer is A. समजते का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. Next question. Which of the following is true? आता हे तुमचे स्टँडर्ड स्टेटमेंट्स असावेत. P implies Q असेल तर हे करेक्ट असतं का त्याच्यामध्ये? निगेशन ऑफ P implies निगेशन Q? नो. लॉजिक मध्ये हे फॉलो होत नाही. मग आपल्याला काही जे स्टँडर्ड माहिती ते इथे कुठेतरी दिसतंय का बघूया. आपल्याला काय माहितीये? P implies Q असेल त्याचं निगेशन घेतलं तर काय असतं? P बोलो
Negation Q.
Negation Q.
Negation Q.
मग मला आता इथे निगेशन आणि इम्प्लायचं सायन्स दिसतात. मग मी बघते आता इथं मला जे दिसतंय ते इथं निगेशन झालं. ठीक आहे. मग निगेशन पहिला असंच राहील P आणि निगेशन ऑफ निगेशन हे कसं होईल? अँड निगेशन ऑफ निगेशन होईल P अँड Q. आहे का असं ऑप्शन? नाही. सेकंड ऑप्शन कडे जाऊया. निगेशन ऑफ निगेशन P implies निगेशन Q बाय आवर रूल. पहिलं ऍज इट इज लिहायचंय निगेशन मध्ये इम्प्लिकेशनच्या. सो निगेशन P अँड निगेशन ऑफ सेकंड. सो निगेशन ऑफ निगेशन Q म्हणजे काय होईल? Q होईल. आहे काय करेक्ट? सी. येस. निगेशन P अँड Q.
Yes. C.
करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज C.
C.
C. C.
C. Everyone is getting?
Yes.
Yes,
By-
ma'am.
by-
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Remember
ma'am.
this. This is important.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is logically equivalent to negation P or Q or negation P and Q. So, चलो negation of first term or second term. पहिले हे करून घेऊया आपण. निगेशन ऑफ P or Q याचं निगेशन येतो करूया.
Negation P and negation Q or
We know now by De Morgan. De Morgan says this, right?
yes.
Negation P and negation Q. This is as it is or second. And then negation P
And
and
Q.
Q. Why it is Q only? I expect answers, huh? Please, come on.
Ma'am.
Negation P is common.
Come on.
Negation P and E is common. Distributive law.
Yes. Negation P is in both the terms. In such sentences, what do? We take negation P as common there. And
Yes.
there is or for both. So we write or there. And here is negation Q
Or Q.
E. Correct, Eka?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So negation here directly. This sign is there. And then this or this. Also this. So negation Q. Q. Fast, म्हणजे जर हा ट्रू असेल तर ऑब्विसली फॉल्स असणार आहे, हा फॉल्स असेल तर हा ट्रू असणार आहे.
हो.
काय असतं मग?
True.
Or true or false? True. Right?
Yes.
आता negation P and true असेल, tautology असेल तर आपण बघितलंय काय असतं ते and आलं तर,
P value.
right? P and true जर असेल तर हा P असतो, बरोबर आहे का?
हो मॅम.
निगेशन P आणि निगेशन P and true असेल तर हा निगेशन Pच असेल.
Yes, ma'am.
So your correct answer should be negation.
A. Negation P.
Everybody understands?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Sure. Next question. The inverse of the proposition. याचे inverse लिहायचे तुम्हाला. Inverse म्हणजे काय असावं बरं? Inverse कसं असतं?
Correct.
P जर Q असेल तर कसं करायचं आपण याचं inverse? Negation.
Negation P, then negation Q.
हे जर तुम्ही केलं, दोन्ही बाजूला निगेशन दिलं, इफ मध्ये इफ देन मध्ये, तर त्याला म्हणायचं इनव्हर्स स्टेटमेंट. नोट, इफ P tends to Q, then inverse is negation P tends to negation Q. ओके, सो तुम्हाला याचा इनव्हर्स विचारलाय, मग याचा इनव्हर्स इकडे निगेशन द्याल आणि इकडे निगेशन द्याल, बरोबर का?
हो मॅम. Yes, ma'am.
निगेशन P and निगेशन
Negation Q.
एकदा डिमॉर्गन्स बघूया लागतोय का. निगेशन P or and becomes or negation of negation Q
Q.
implies negation
Negation R.
R.
negation R.
Negation
Is
R.
this statement there? Yes.
Option B. Option B, ma'am.
Very
Number B.
Number B, correct. Just remember, this is what inverse statement is. दोन्ही बाजूला negation द्या. Sure. Next question. Venn diagram is given. And what is the Venn diagram of no policeman is a thief? बोला बरं. पोलिसमॅनचा एक सेट असणार आहे, थीफचा एक सेट असणार आहे, आणि पोलिसमॅन आणि थीफ हा एकही पोलिसमॅन हा थीफ नाहीये, म्हणजे त्यांचे दोन डिफरंट सेट्स असणार आहेत, बरोबर आहे का?
Is correct.
राईट. त्यांच्या दोघांच्या इंटरसेक्शन मध्ये काहीच नसणार आहे.
हो.
पोलीसवाला चोर नसणार आहे, चोर हा पोलीस नसणार आहे, हे क्लिअरली दिलंय. नो पोलिसमॅन इज थीफ, म्हणजे पोलीसवाल्याचा सेट हा सेपरेट आणि थीफचा सेट हा separate. Correct option is
A. A.
Some teenagers are not dreamers. Some teenagers are not dreamers. So there are two sets. Clear? One is dreamer. Some teenagers not dreamers.
C.
Come on.
Is correct.
He is correct.
नॉट ड्रीमर्स. ड्रीमर्सचा एक सेट आहे, पण काही जे टीनेजर्स आहे ना, ह्या सेंटेन्सचा मिनिंग काय झाला की काही टीनेजर्स हे ड्रीमर्स नाहीयेत, पण काही आहेत ना.
हो.
काही आहेत, काही नाही आहेत.
हो मॅम.
त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी इंटरसेक्शन, बरोबर आहे, जे आहेत त्या इंटरसेक्शन
हो
मध्ये,
मॅम.
पण नॉट ड्रीमर्सचा सेट आपल्याला लागेल. ड्रीमर्सचा सेट आपल्याला घ्यायचा नाही. सो ड्रीमर्स एक्सक्लूड करून टाका, आणि सम टीनेजर्स जे ड्रीमर आहेत तो सेट आपल्याला हवाय. मग टीनेजर्स आणि जे ड्रीमर आहेत तेवढा सेट आपला सेट असेल. म्हणजे करेक्ट कुठलं झालं?
C. C option is.
इथं जर ड्रीमर्स असता तर इकडचा सेट आला असता. नॉट ड्रीमर्स म्हटल्यामुळं हा सेट हा पूर्णपणे निघून जाईल. चल, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट इन द फॉलोइंग इज, you need to check this. P and negation P is a contradiction.
False.
True
True.
and false. True and false is
False.
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 Which of the following statement is the correct or wrong? ट्रू स्टेटमेंट और फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट. म्हणजे हे करेक्ट आहे का नाहीये. इज कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन म्हटलंय आणि आपल्याला फॉल्स मिळालंय म्हणजे कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन आहे ना.
हो मॅम.
करेक्ट आहे. आपल्याला स्टेटमेंट फॉल्स ओळखायचंय. हे ट्रू स्टेटमेंट. चला पुढे. P implies Q, डबल इम्प्लिकेशन निगेशन P implies निगेशन Q. करेक्ट आहे का हे?
येस मॅम.
थिंक हे करेक्ट आहे. दिस इज द लॉ. लॉ सेज दिस. निगेशन इकडचं घेतलं इम्प्लाइज होतं निगेशन P. हे एक आपलं प्रपोजिशन आहे. सो हे यांनी कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन म्हटलंय. मग हे चुकीचं आहे का?
येस मॅम.
करेक्ट आहे. म्हणजे ही टॉटॉलॉजी आहे. ही टॉटॉलॉजी आहे. हे स्टेटमेंट आहे. हे रिझल्ट आहे. रिझल्ट इज ऑलवेज टॉटॉलॉजी. ते नेहमी ट्रू असतं. पण हे इथं कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन म्हटलंय म्हणजे हे फॉल्स आहे म्हणतंय. मग हे स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट आहे का?
नाही.
नाहीये. हे जरी
नाही मॅडम.
असतं ना, इज टॉटॉलॉजी म्हटलं असतं तर करेक्ट होतं स्टेटमेंट. बरोबर आहे का?
हो मॅम.
Statements are always true. Tautology is correct. कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन म्हटल्यामुळे हे झालं फॉल्स. फॉल्स झालं. आपल्याला फॉल्सच विचारलंय. द फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट. दिस इज फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट. वी गॉट द फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट. हे बघा. हे बघा बरं. निगेशन ऑफ निगेशन P इज P. करेक्ट आहे ना?
येस मॅम.
येस मॅम.
Yes.
P or negation P is tautology. True if we say it is
Yes.
true. False, true or false is
ट्रू.
True.
tautology. हे पण correct statement. All three statements are correct. So this is
ऑप्शन बी.
ऑप्शन
Option
बी.
number B.
very good.
B.
Next statement. Negation P and Q is logically equivalent to. कुठे पाहिलं आपण?
ऑप्शन ए मॅम.
इम्प्लिकेशन मध्ये कुठेतरी पाहिले. निगेशन ऑफ P implies
कंडिशनल.
काय असतो?
कंडिशनल लॉ.
राईट. P and negation इथे निगेशन नसेल तर दोन्ही बाजूचं आणखी एक निगेशन घेऊया आपण. काय होईल मग बोला? निगेशन ऑफ Q implies P first as it is and negation P.
Negation P.
Q and negation P. इकडे लिहू शकतो ना आपण. कुठला लॉ? कम्युटेटिव्ह लॉ. हे दोन्ही पोझिशन वी कॅन चेंज. निगेशन P and Q इज सेम ॲज Q and निगेशन P. बरोबर का?
येस.
म्हणजे तुम्हाला
Yes, ma'am.
निगेशन Pच आहे दिलेलं. सो इट इज नथिंग बट निगेशन ऑफ Q टेंड्स टू P. वेर इज द ऑप्शन? D इज द ऑप्शन. समजते?
येस मॅम.
Yes.
Next question. All smokers are drinkers and all drinkers are smokers. Don't
करेक्ट.
right? Don't smoke.
Option number A.
ऑप्शन नंबर ए.
Very good.
ऑप्शन नंबर ए.
बघून सांगू नका.
एक ड्रिंकरचा पूर्ण जो स्मोकर आहे तो ड्रिंकर आहे. ड्रिंकर आहे तो स्मोकर आहे म्हणजे ते ऑब्विसली दोघं एकच आहे. बरोबर. सो युअर फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. आहे दोन्ही सेट हा एक. चल. These are some questions we'll discuss now. There are no answers. Can you see this?
येस मॅम.
Just
Yes, ma'am.
we'll be able to see. Which of the following is a statement in logic? Chalo, come on. What is correct? First,
Bombay is the capital of India.
Mumbai is the capital of India.
D option is
wrong. No. So D is the correct option. Correct? Question mark,
Yes, ma'am.
question marks and exclamatory sentence, they are not stated. So this statement is correct. Next, which of the
D.
following is statement?
D.
Open
D is
the
the
door.
Option number D.
नंबर डी.
Option number D.
Do your homework. Order
आलेला प्रश्न मॅम.
each. On something order. 2 plus 2 is 4. Correct है का?
येस मॅम.
येस मॅम.
Yes, ma'am.
Next. Which of the following is statement in logic? Go away, how beautiful, x is greater than 5, 2 is equal to 3. Come on.
C.
C or D?
Option D.
D is
correct.
D is correct. Okay. Either true or false पण ते सायमल्टेनियसली दोन्ही नसावं. मग याच्यामध्ये आपण तसं काही सांगू शकत नाही. X is greater than 5 ट्रू असेल किंवा false हे असेल आपल्याला काही माहिती नाही. So it is either true or false. So this is the statement. 2 is equal to 3. True आहे का false आहे? False.
False.
It can be true, it can be false, पण ते दोन्ही सायमल्टेनियसली नसावं. ठीक आहे. चल आगे.
Option D.
The connective in the statement Earth revolves around the sun and moon
And.
and
Earth.
And
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 very,
Earth.
very good.
Option B.
option number B.
B कनेक्टिव्ह कनेक्टिव्ह आपल्याकडे 4 किंवा 5च आहेत आपण डिसाइड केलेत. कनेक्टिव्ह कुठले आहेत?
And or the.
And
Option
or
D.
if then
if
Double
and only
implication.
if and
and
only
if.
and or negation.
right and आला or आला if then आला if and only if आला किंवा not आला हे एवढेच त्याच्यामधले कनेक्टिव्ह असतात. So दोन स्टेटमेंट आहेत. Earth revolves around the sun. Moon is a satellite of Earth. There are two different statements and they are connected by and.
And. Option number D.
Is the connective. Clear बच्चा?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
चलो next. Sunday is a holiday. Ram does
ma'am option A.
study on holiday.
Option A.
Symbolic form.
Ma'am option A.
Option A.
The statement is Sunday is a holiday and Ram studies on
P
holiday.
and negation.
Ma'am option A.
As it is.
Option number A.
Everybody getting?
Yes.
Ram, even his Ram does not study, but it is given Ram study.
On holiday is.
Statement is given. And there is and in between. So P and negation Q. A is the correct option. Chalo again. There are clouds in the sky and it is not raining. असं दिलंय तुम्हाला the symbolic form मध्ये and दिसतंय.
C, ma'am.
Option number C.
Option number C, ma'am.
Option number C.
Good, good. Chalo, next. The sun has set, the moon has risen. Then symbolically, the sun has not set or the moon has not risen. दोघांना negation आहे.
Option
Option
D.
number D.
दोघांना negation आहे आणि
Option
मध्ये
number D.
H and P or negation.
negation आहे. मध्ये
Negation P or negation Q, ma'am.
very good. T is correct.
Yes.
Next. Next, if Rohit is tall, P is the statement, Rohit is tall. Second, Rohit is handsome. Then the statement, Rohit is tall or he is short and handsome can be written. Where is short? Short is missing here, no? Okay, chalo. You can think. Then Rohit is tall. P. Rohit is tall is P. Or how can we write or? Or Rohit is short. But short is missing.
Q.
Option number A.
Short is missing, but what
Option number A.
not tall is short.
Option A.
This will write.
Option number A. ma'am.
Option number A. Option number A. Option A, ma'am.
Option A.
And handsome and Q. So is this statement there?
Yes.
Very good. So your correct option should be
A.
come here. Question number 10. Write verbally negation P or Q where she is beautiful, Q is she is clever. Chalo.
Option number B.
Option number B. She is not beautiful or she is clever.
Or she is clever. She is not beautiful or
Or
she
she is clever.
correct.
Madam 9 राहिला ना.
Wait, I cannot read it. ते जो खाली गेले मला दिसत नाही.
आम्हाला पण दिसत नाहीये मॅम.
नाही ना?
नाही मॅम मला दिसतोय ना. 9
मला तो
राहिला.
दिसेना झालाय त्याच्यामध्ये. ते मध्ये आलंय. Just a minute. Okay. Chalo, we'll go to 9. Assuming the first part of the statement as P, second as Q, and the third as R. The statement, first part la P म्हणायचे,
Option D.
second ला Q म्हणायचे, and third part ला R म्हणायचे. तर मग त्याला symbolically
Option
लिहायचं.
number D.
Option number D.
Candidates are present. P झालं? And voters
Ready to vote.
are ready to vote,
But
but no ballot papers. No ballot papers म्हणजे काय?
negation R.
Negation R.
Negation R.
And ready to vote but no. त्याला काय म्हणूया मग?
And negation R.
सगळं तयार आहे. आणि होईल ना? आणि बॅलेट पेपरच रेडी नाहीये. And is there should be and in between.
Option D is correct.
Option D is correct.
Option D is correct, ma'am.
B or D?
D, ma'am.
Option D.
B or D? Someone is saying B.
Option
D,
D,
ma'am.
ma'am.
D, ma'am. D, ma'am.
D, ma'am. Option number D.
D is correct. Good. Can we go next?
Yes.
We are here. Ram is lazy.
Option number B, ma'am.
Is it B? Think Ram fails in the examination. Then the
B.
verbal negation of B.
Option B.
Ram is not
B, ma'am.
lazy.
Option
D,
number
ma'am.
B.
Or Ram पहिल्याला not येईल. Ram is not lazy. इथे एक आहे, इथे एक आहे, इथे एक आहे. Okay. आणि पुढे काय? Or ना? Or येईल मध्ये. म्हणजे हा गेला.
Option B.
Option B होईल का मग?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Option B. Compound statement P or Q is false only when.
Both P and Q are false.
कधी होतं? False कधी होतं?
P,
P or Q हा false
P
कधी?
and Q वर depend असते.
P आणि Q दोघांवर डिपेंड असेल का?
Both are false. Oh.
ओनली P वर डिपेंड असेल का? ट्रू असं दोन लागतं ना त्याला. ट्रू फॉल्स, ट्रू फॉल्स फॉल्स. मग हे फॉल्स कधी असते? जेव्हा दोन्ही
दोघांवर डिपेंड असताना.
आणि दोन्ही फॉल्स असतात तेव्हाच होते ना. बाकी सगळीकडे तर ट्रू असते. ऑरचा टेबल विचारलाय P और Q चा.
F असले F.
हा म्हणजे दोन्ही
असेल तर
असतील तेव्हाच ते फॉल्स होते. हे जर
ट्रू.
त्यांनी तर दोन्ही तुम्हाला फॉल्स असतील तरच होईल. बोथ P and Q are false. Yes, depends. पण त्याच्याही पेक्षा करेक्ट आन्सर काय असेल तुमचं?
Both P and Q are false.
फॉल्स असतील. चलो आगे. म्यूट करा म्यूट. चलो. Compound statement P and Q is true only when. True and a table.
Both P and Q are
Three,
true.
Both P and Q are true.
Both P and Q are true.
C, ma'am.
Option
P and Q are true.
When
Option
both are true.
C, ma'am.
Option C, ma'am.
Very good. चलो आगे. For the statement, B is correct or C is? You are telling next one, sir. Okay. For the statement P and Q, P implies Q is B dash. If P then Q, the statement Q is called
Option B, ma'am.
antecedent म्हणतात आणि Q ला consequent म्हणतात. लक्षात ठेवा. तो जो मागचा आहे तो that is antecedent and this is consequent. So Q is consequent. Next, Prakash passes the exam.
Option A, ma'am.
Bicycle. Then the statement Prakash passing the exam.
Option A, ma'am.
Option A, ma'am.
Option A. Pair of
Option A.
P implies Q.
Implies Q.
Is it if then or if and only if?
If then.
Implies, only implies. So double arrow is not there. Only a single arrow. P implies Q. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Chalo. Next. D. Driver is drunk. Driver meets with next step. Translate the statement. If the driver is not drunk, negation D. Then,
Option number B.
if then means implication.
Option number B.
Right.
Option number B is
Negation of D implies cannot meet. Cannot meet. Negation A. Negation D implies negation A. आहे काय
Option
तिथे?
D. Yes.
Yes.
Option number B.
Correct. Next, Vijay becomes doctor, Ajay is an engineer. Then the statement Vijay becomes a doctor if and only if and
B,
only
ma'am.
B.
double implication.
Option number B. Option
Option
B.
number B.
Option number B, ma'am.
Very good. Both are as it is statement, so no negation, AB and double implication. Good. A compound statement, P implies Q is false only when
P is true and
P
Q
is
is
true
false.
and Q is false.
True and Q is false.
True and false. P should be true and Q is false.
False.
असं असेल तरच ते false होतं. Option A?
A.
Right. Assuming the first part of each statement as P, second as Q, and the third as R, the statement if A, B, C are three distinct points, then either they are collinear or they form a triangle in the symbolic form. काय असेल?
Option number C.
If are three distinct points. If then is there? Means implication. If then, simple arrow, not double arrow. So this option cancel. Okay. Then ABC are three different points, then they are either or they form a triangle. इकडे जावा वरती. First part of each statement as P, second is Q, and third is R. First part is, where is the first part? If A, B, C are three distinct points. हा पहिला part झाला. P. Okay? Then means implies झाला. P implies either they are collinear or मध्ये or आला म्हणजे Q or R. Correct आहे का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
P
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
तिसऱ्याला R म्हणायचं. मी पहिल्या पार्टला if ABC याला P म्हटलीये. If then आला then implication हा arrow येईल. आणि or आला मध्ये म्हणजे Q or R. So correct answer is D. Ha, very good.
Ma'am, C.
The option is
C or D?
C.
D correct. Option D is correct.
I've written this. This is R. Q or R. Sorry. Option number C.
C.
Right. Very good. Very good. R is there, na? So yes, R. Very good, bachcho. Chalo aage. Rimi likes calculus. Rimi opts for engineering branch. Then the verbal form of M implies N. Bola. If then एक arrow म्हणजे if then.
C.
Rimi likes
Option number C.
calculus. Then she
option number C, ma'am.
opts for engineering branch. If
C, ma'am.
Option C.
right. Right.
Option number C.
Correct. Everybody is getting. चलो आगे. The inverse of logical statement. ऐसे inverse सांगा. आता सांगितलं मी तुम्हाला मागे. Inverse of
A. Option number A.
Negation P. Option
A.
Option number A.
Right. What is contrapositive?
Option number C.
Number C.
Right. होतील आणि negation येतील. Negation Q tends to negation P.
P.
पुढे. The statement, if x square is not even, then x is not even. तसं statement हे implication आहे का? P
Yes, ma'am.
Q आहे, ठीक आहे? Then is the converse of the statement. म्हणजे actually तुम्हाला दिलंय not दिलंय ना दोन्हीकडे. So not negation P and negation Q. हे कुणाचं converse आहे बरं हे? Negation P
Q
tends
then P.
P टेंड्स टू Q चं कॉन्व्हर्स आहे, बरोबर का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
P लिहायचं आहे म्हणजे यातला नॉट काढायचा आहे. X square is even. Then यातला पण नॉट काढायचा आहे. Then X is even. म्हणजे कसं असेल मग? If
X square is
X square is
Option number
Option
Option C.
C.
Option A.
option B.
option number
Come here again. If X square is not even. म्हणजे काय रे? नॉट इव्हन म्हणजेच ऑड पण चालते. हा, नॉट इव्हन म्हणजे ऑड की नाही? मग तुमचं दिलेलं स्टेटमेंट आहे इफ एक्स स्क्वेअर इज नॉट इव्हन. मग याला पुन्हा एकदा जर तुम्ही निगेशन टाकलं तर नॉट नॉट निघून जाईल आणि काय राहील?
Square is odd.
इव्हन. नॉट इव्हन बाळांनो, नॉट काढायचा ना आपल्याला. दिलेलं स्टेटमेंट आहे तुम्हाला हे, याचं घ्यायचंय कॉन्व्हर्स म्हणजे निगेशन याचं आणि
B ma'am.
स्टेटमेंट.
option C is correct.
पाहिजे असेल, हे दिलेलं निगेशन C आहे, यातला नॉट काढून टाका. एक्स स्क्वेअर इज इव्हन, देन एक्स इज इव्हन.
X
आहे
is
का
even.
असं?
आहे मॅम.
कुठे एक्स स्क्वेअर इज
Option
इव्हन,
number A.
देन एक्स इज इव्हन, असं कुठे सांगा?
Option
B ma'am.
number A.
Option A, ma'am.
एक्स स्क्वेअर इज ऑड दिसते मला. If x
Option number C.
then x is
Option
even.
number C, ma'am.
If x is even, then x square is even. Can we write this? If P implies Q, then is it same as Q implies P?
Option C, ma'am.
असं असतं का? P implies Q असेल तर Q implies P असतं का?
Oh, ma'am.
No. So I guess there is some wordplay here, some misunderstanding. Right? एखादा हे एक्स्ट्रा पडलेला दिसतोय. So we'll just wait for this question. We'll check. You will also check, huh?
Okay, ma'am.
हा नॉट इथे नसावा, मे बी. Next question. The converse of the statement. If x is greater than y, then x plus a is greater than y plus a. If then, so converse लिहायचं आहे. Converse म्हणजे काय मग? हा जर P असेल तर इथे P tends to Q दिले. So you'll write negation P tends to negation Q. याचं negation लिहा. X is not greater than y. Not greater than दिसत नाहीये म्हणजेच less than असेल का मग? If x is
Oh, ma'am.
than y, then this is also not greater. Not greater म्हणजे obviously less. Not
Option A.
less. So
Option A. correct, ma'am.
A बरोबर आहे का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
चला. The inverse of the statement. If you access the internet, then implication आहे पुन्हा एकदा. Then you have to pay the charges. Is inverse सांगायचा.
Option A ma'am.
याला नॉट जाईल आणि याला पण नॉट जाईल. If
Option number A. Option number A, ma'am.
Option number A,
ma'am.
Option A.
Option number A, ma'am.
very good.
Option
very
number A.
good, very good. Is it inverse or converse, बच्चों?
Inverse.
This is converse. Converse is different. Inverse is different. Was converse. हे converse होतं.
B option is correct ma'am.
Inverse कसा असतो? Inverse of the statement P tends to Q. याचा inverse कसा होईल?
Negation P, then negation Q.
Negation P tends to
Then
negation Q.
negation Q.
And converse कसा असतो?
Q,
Q
then P.
implies P.
Tends to P.
Q implies P.
हे इकडे जस्ट कॉन्व्हर्स होतं. मग आता येईल तुमचं आन्सर. इकडे कॉन्व्हर्स वापरा. आपण इथे इन्व्हर्स विचार केला ना. इट इज कॉन्व्हर्स.
23 option is B ma'am.
येस, कॉन्व्हर्स वापरा इकडे. कॉन्व्हर्स, फक्त कॉन्व्हर्स वापरा. आता इथे या इन्व्हर्स. इन्व्हर्स इन्व्हर्स बोला मग आता. नीट वाचा. कॉन्व्हर्स आहे का इन्व्हर्स आहे? आता कॉन्व्हर्स वाचल्यामुळे माझा प्रॉब्लेम झाला इन्व्हर्स. इथे या आता इन्व्हर्स आहे. बोला.
Option number A is correct.
इज ए करेक्ट?
Yes, ma'am.
राईट. निगेशन tends to
Option A.
Q.
Negation Q.
This is correct. Chalo. The contrapositive statement. What is contrapositive?
Negation Q, then negation P.
Negation Q
Right.
implies P.
Right.
Negation P.
Contrapositive. If P
Option B, ma'am.
negation Q tends to negation P. आहे का असं?
Option number B is correct.
He does not learn. Na?
Option number B is correct.
Option
The
number B
child,
is correct.
right. The child does not learn.
Does not concentrate.
Does not.
Option number B.
Correct. Read it carefully. हा? जर टीचर मिस्टेक होत असेल तर तुम्ही पण ते नीट वाचायचं. इज इट इनवर्स, इज इट कॉन्वर्स, और इज इट कॉन्ट्रापॉजिटिव्ह, राईट? प्लीज. कॉन्वर्स जस्ट चेंज, इनवर्स निगेशन दोन्ही बाजूला, आणि कॉन्ट्रापॉजिटिव्ह चेंज आणि
negation.
राइट. चलो ये Sita gets promotion. Sita is transferred to Pune.
Option number D, ma'am.
Option number D is correct.
Option number D.
Correct.
Option number D, ma'am.
पहिल्याला negation ला not
Option
and
number D, ma'am.
very good. If and only if remains, and yes. Double implication असेल तर if and only if आला पाहिजे, जो की इथे दिसतोय फक्त if and only if. चला पुढे. Negation of a statement in logic corresponds to negation of a statement.
Complement of statement.
एखाद्या स्टेटमेंटचं जर तुम्ही सॉरी निगेशन घेतलं त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण?
Complement.
म्हणतो. ठीक आहे.
Complement set.
Complement opposite.
रिमेंबर निगेशनलाच कॉम्प्लिमेंट म्हणतात. The logical statement P and Q can be related to set theory concept of. बोला.
Union of two sets.
Enough to six.
None of two
None
sets.
No. And is intersection. Remember.
Intersection of two sets.
And is intersection and or is
Union.
Union.
आणि जेव्हा and असतं ना, हे झालं सेट थेअरीचं. आणि जेव्हा and प्रोबॅबिलिटी कडे जा बरं. and मध्ये प्रोबॅबिलिटीचं काय होतं बरं? मल्टिप्लिकेशन.
Multiplication.
और असेल तर प्रोबॅबिलिटीज मध्ये काय होतं बरं? ऍडिशन.
Addition.
Addition.
सगळं एकमेकाला लिंक करायला शिका. and असेल तर ते असतं इन सेट थेअरी इंटरसेक्शन.
Intersection.
and or असेल तर ते असतं युनियन.
Union.
ठीक आहे. and is intersection. So correct is B. Okay, next. If P and Q are two logical statements and A and B are two sets, then P tends to Q corresponds to.
Option A, ma'am.
A subset.
Option number A.
Option
Number
A.
Option A.
Option number A, ma'am.
P tends to Q. Q is always a bigger set. So P is contained in Q. So we can say A is subset of P.
P.
Every conditional statement is equivalent to
Is converse.
conditional statement is equivalent to
It's converse.
contrapositive. Is it equivalent to contrapositive conditional statement, or is it equivalent to its inverse or its converse or only itself? Bolo.
It's converse. Option C.
It's converse.
Yes, ma'am.
If we can say P then Q, then it is Q then P. Conditional statement is equal to her. We'll check. Wait, we'll check the answer.
Option number C.
See? It's converse. Remember? We have answers, we can check. The number 1.231. Okay. 31. A. 31 is A. What was A? It's contrapositive. Every conditional statement is equivalent to its contrapositive. Remember, these are some standard statements जे तुम्हाला लक्षात ठेवावे लागतात. चलो आगे. If it is raining, then I will go to college. हे झालंय ना? PPT मध्ये होतं. Is equivalent to. बघा बरं. Is equivalent to. याचा contrapositive घ्या. आता सांगितलं ना आपण. Statement is equivalent to its contrapositive statement. So याचा contrapositive सांगा. If it is raining, then I will go to school. Contrapositive statement सांगायचं.
Negation Q, then negation P.
Negation Q करा मग.
Ma'am, B is
Not
correct.
go to college. If I'll not go to college, then it is not raining.
Option,
I do not go to college.
option number B.
B. आणि लक्षात ठेवा लॉजिकल स्टेटमेंट हे नेहमी कॉन्ट्रापॉझिटिव्ह ला सारखंच असतं आणि तुम्ही त्याचा कॉन्ट्रापॉझिटिव्ह स्टेटमेंट ट्राय करा. कॉन्ट्रापॉझिटिव्ह म्हणजे काय असतं बरं? P टेन्स टू Q असेल तर निगेशन
Negation Q, then negation P.
Ma'am, आहे त्या स्टेटमेंटचं निगेशन.
आहे त्या स्टेटमेंटचं निगेशन व्हॉट एव्हर इट इज. करेक्ट. चलो लॉजिकली इक्विव्हॅलंट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ P and Q or P and R. बोला बरं. P कॉमन दिसतोय पुन्हा.
Yes.
म्हणजे कसं होईल दोघांमध्ये अँड आहे. P and Q
Ma'am, A is correct.
or R. P and Q or R आहे का?
A is correct.
A or C?
C is correct.
Is
C is
correct.
correct.
C is correct.
Is
Yes,
correct.
C is correct.
The common will write and then this notation will write and this notation will go with
C is correct.
right. Chalo aage. When the compound statement is true for all its components, then the statement is called what? What is called? Compound statement सगळं true आलं तर त्याला काय म्हणायचंय?
Tautology.
Tautology.
Correct. But our time is over, I guess. So we should stop, right? Yes, beta.
Okay, ma'am.
So it's already over. We can stop.
Okay.
now. Thank you.
See you, ma'am.
See you. Bye. Bye. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Take care.